guys got it the first time. Apologize. The live went off. Welcome back again. Guess we are one more time. Well, welcome to the show. It's your boy Prince Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Atede and Yawuna Waro Hawan Fabu. Your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy4ShoT's, and it's a pleasure to have you on the other side of the listening wave. How are you doing today? Welcome to the show. I'd like to welcome everybody from around the world and those people that are joining us late at night, early in the morning, and from around the world. I want to welcome each and every one of you. I'm using YouTube right now to stream this. Guys are hearing me correctly? You guys can hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me accurately or not. Let me know in the chat, okay? I'm new to all of this, so please be respectful in the chat. Be cautious because we're using TV guidelines. Trying to make it popular so that more people can learn. I'm trying to make this a safe space for people to come and share their ideas. So if you have questions, I will read your chat. I'll read it out. I'll do my best to keep it PG as much as I can in places that I can't, and I be as audible as I can. Now that we've said that, I want to welcome each and every one of you to the show. Today's topic is, who wants to give us a topic for today? That would be a good thing. Well, let me welcome our guests. We have live guests today, which is awesome. I can't wait to introduce them. The one and only. Let's start from saying the one and only CJ the Don in the building. Yes, sir, he's here. And we have as well, let me welcome her, especially bring the camera to her. Hi, welcome to the show, Favour the Flav. Yes, we are live. Hopefully, I don't know how I'll be able to get all three of us in short, but hopefully we'll do a better episode where I can be able a full view. But right now, we're using my phone, and you guys can hear and see me clearly. Hopefully, the chat will kick in very soon, and we'll start, reaching out to people and hearing stuff. Let me see if my guest is gonna join me soon. I sent him this link long. Can you guys hear me? See me? All that good stuff. All right. So I sent out the message. Let's see. I just did a screenshot right now. I have a little bit of a cold as well, so you guys bear with me. Let me see if this guy has gotten the link. Use this. Use this. So anything wants to join? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. How you doing? Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you.
You are live with me today. You want to be on the show and answer questions, which is this will be awesome.
Sure, why not?
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Could you please introduce yourself? Tell us who you are. Welcome to the show. We have chat coming in. Willie Jackson said, "Happy, hey, I'm glad that you're in the show with us. Thank you. Welcome everyone that's just joining us. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Today's show is gonna be awesome because I have somebody that's gonna join us in a little while. Hopefully, he has gotten my chat. He's gonna insurance. I don't know why that is a big deal right now, but I think it's a good idea to always have life insurance. What do you think about life insurance? Billy Jackson, what's up, dude? Hey, how you doing?
Shit. Okay. Hi, my name is Nita. And my thoughts about life insurance, I think that life insurance is obviously a good investment. I think that it is inevitable that one day we will all leave this world. And I think with the part of dealing with grief, you should also have a sense of security to be able to put your loved one away in a manner that is both suitable to them and causes you less stress because it is an inevitable thing at some point.
I agree. I
That's
agree.
my stance on it.
Okay, that's a good stance on it. I think it's a great one. That to always have a life insurance is like I can use my phone. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I'm replying to the chat on the for the person that's supposed to join us. I don't know why he's not able to join us concurrently. I think that's a YouTube thing. Let me see. Willie Jackson said they agreed to your statement of life insurance. It's always good to have something like that on deck. So thank you so much for those who are chiming in. I would love to have hear from each of you. So if you guys would like to hear this, let me see if I can post. I'm going to send on how to join us on the chat, so you guys can join in from chat. Let me see if I can make this happen. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All right, here we go. Boom. So I pasted the link to the chat so you guys can hop in on this and join me in presence and in person and like hear from me and hear from us of what we have about life insurance today. All right. It's looking good. It's looking good so far. We're getting good audio quality, visual quality. I like it. Can you hear me clearly? Chacha.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. 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 All right. So let's get this going. Life insurance. What is life? What is insurance? Let me welcome my guests. They've already said hi. So we're in the car with CJ. So I didn't mean to show them the camera when they are passing footage. But yes, welcome to the show. Willie said, "What's up? How's it going?" WSP. Yeah, Willie Jackson. What do you think about life insurance? Could you just let us know real quick? Uh, let's see, Willie Jackson. Let's see. Welcome to the show. Those people that are just joining us, I really appreciate each of you. Thank you all so much for being here. This is very cool. We are. I don't know if you guys can see. We are live on Eddy4ShoT's channel. Look at that. Okay. This is very cool, though. But yes. So the show is going to be a very like segmented way. I'll talk and hopefully we can get a long spiel from Mr. Elise. Elise is going to join us shortly. I've sent him the link to do it, and he will give us a spiel about what he thinks that life insurance should be and what he has a tidbit to add at the end on what he thinks. You guys can reach out to him and stuff. Um, as for Miss Lisa, can you please tell us again where else? What other countries are necessary as an American here in the States? Can you hear me?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I didn't hear your last question. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. I said, what other types of insurances would you suggest and or somebody living in America to get?
What other types of insurances would I suggest that someone should have?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know where your viewers are, but in here in the United States, I think there's a lot of things. First of all, for our vehicles, it is required that you have a certain level of insurance so that if somebody hits your car, you can either pay for the damage to their car or the damage to your car can be paid for as well as the people inside if they're badly hurt. But I also suggest that you have, homeowners insurance or renters insurance, depending on what you're doing, which means in the event that certain things happen, like you're burglarized or some type of natural disaster happens, that the things in your home are covered. Obviously, it's not required, but I mean, it is definitely optional. It's something that would be beneficial. I think that if you're a homeowner, then you should have, there's like a warranty insurance for your washing machine, your dryer, something, pay all the pocket to get it fixed because you have insurance. I think that if you have a vehicle that you're financing, and which means you're still paying on it as you're using the vehicle, that you should have what they call gap insurance, which is a type of insurance that if for some reason you get into a car accident and they total, meaning they deem that your car is not worthy to drive or isn't drivable, then they will cover the cost of what you have left to pay on your car.
Interesting.
So you buy a car that's $20,000 and you've already paid 5,000 on the car. But in the meantime, in between time, you get in a car accident. Now the car, they say you can never drive this car again. Then Gap Insurance will pay the 15,000 that you owe on the car, and then you don't have to pay on it. While there's definitely different types of
You are breaking up.
beliefs are like family members. So there's pet insurance. So for people whose pets get sick, they can go to the doctor, they can get medicine, and just like
That's that. But
children, they have like health insurance and life insurance and things for pets. I mean, people who are in businesses, they insure their property. So if they're in a horse racing business, they insure the horses so that they can be compensated if something should happen to their horses. I mean, there's a lot of different type of insurances. When you work here, um, even your employer will offer you different types of insurances.
mm,
I have health insurance through my employer.
mm,
So, if I get sick, I pay something every time I get paid. So if I get sick, then the cost of getting sick and having to pay for treatment is not as expensive as if to say I did not have that insurance. I have life insurance through my employer.
excuse me.
So if in the event while I'm still working, the maker calls me home, my children stand to gain money from me dying, but obviously that would be to help raise and take care of them and to make sure that I'm put away properly instead of having to ask people or maybe beg. Or even if people want to be generous and give, they're being able to do what they need to do for me is not contingent or based on them getting the finances that they need in order to do so.
Mm. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate your input on that topic, giving us your insight on from an American perspective what you should, as a overseer of what should be good. Getting giving us tips and nitpicks on what those gap insurances and life insurances do benefit for you in the long run. I really appreciate you for that. I'm going to use this opportunity to pull in my next guest. You stay on the line as well. I would love to hear your input because I'll try to make it back and forth where I'll add you and add him, but on YouTube here it doesn't add multiple guests at the same time. But I apologize for that. I'll find a better source or platform where we can do this better. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
is there anywhere you would like people to reach out to you, ask you questions, things like that?
I mean, um, if they want to tunnel the questions towards you, I will welcome them doing so. I don't
Okay.
really have a social media presence, but I would be more than willing and to talk to them about anything if they, you know, wanted to ask questions.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. No problem. I would let them channel their question towards me, and then I'll reach you, and then we'll deliberate about the questions, either virtually or in person. I really appreciate your input. Thank you, Ms. Nita, for joining
You're
us on the
welcome.
Flight on the podcast. World
You're
podcast. Thank you, dear.
welcome. Bye.
Bye. All right. So I'm gonna add my next guest now. Let me give him the link. Bear with me, guys. All right. Sending him the link. So he should be able to join us in a couple of seconds. And before that happens, I hope you guys had question. Let me use this opportunity to welcome everybody Shoят. We have Willie Jackson that said happy. What's up, dude? I agree 100%. We also have Willie Jackson that said what's up. Thank you so much. And Diana P said life insurance with two exclamation mark. Thank you so much, Diana P, for being on the show. I really appreciate you guys. So I've sent him the link. There we go. And hopefully he can join us on the show. All right, welcome, welcome. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. This is the Flight on the Wall podcast. Welcome to my little podcast here. I was hoping that I could join you on the Zoom, but I'm in motion now, so I won't be able to do that. But I was like, I still want to hold that meeting. That's why I told you that 3 p.m. That would have been my perfect time. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a compromise. I think I'm willing to deliberate on. But
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having
welcome,
me.
welcome.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, what's going on?
I'm here on this is my podcast. We are talking about let's do the drum roll life insurance. So I think you are like an expert in that field, if I can say, to tell us about a little bit about life insurance. But first, tell us about yourself. Tell us what you do. I'm going to start. I'll just tell you what I do and things like that. And then you tell me what it is that interests you, what it is that you like. And then you talk to us about life insurance, which you have met me in person and talked to me about. And the
Hmm.
topic of today is life insurance and different types of life insurance or
Hmm.
insurances in general. My
Hmm.
first guest earlier spoke about auto insurance and life insurance. And you, as being an expert in that, and also working in the medical field, let me not give away too much. I will let you give yourself your accolades. You are a
Okay.
distinguished nurse. Please go ahead and explain to them who you are, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So, my name is Elise Danjuma.
Welcome,
Um, Originally from Cameroon. Yeah.
my brother.
Mhm. So, I'm resident in the state of Maryland. I'm a registered nurse. So, I've been working as a nurse for over 5 years now.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
impressive.
So I'm in the process of transitioning from healthcare to wealthcare. Yeah, because there is a lot of things that our communities are lacking. We work so hard, especially the middle class Americans who work so hard, but we end up retiring poor, even though people work three, four jobs, but they end up retiring poor. This is not because they don't have the money or they were not, when they were working, they were not having the money. They were having the money, but it's something that they were lacking.
Hmm.
There is just one thing they were lacking. They lack the financial literacy. Financial literacy, that is what they were lacking. And this is something they never been taught in school. I mean, me and you can testify that if you go to top universities, when you go to top universities in the country, across America, Harvard, name them. If they are calling graduates,
Mm-hmm.
most of them are coming from our giant of Africa, Nigeria. That should tell you
That's a vast
we
amount.
yeah. That should tell you we immigrants we study a lot. We work hard, but yet we retire poor. So there is something we are lacking. And that is what is making me to transition from healthcare to wealthcare.
So, oh, I like that. I like that quote. From healthcare to wealth care. So you're taking care of wealth. So, and
Yeah.
I see you didn't mention riches. You're saying wealth. Why did you choose that word wealth? And
Well, you can be rich.
give me
You
one
can,
second. Let me just read this comment from Diana P. Because I like to read the comments so that if they ask questions, we can answer the question from the audience. We welcome questions like that. He
okay.
said, Diana P said, "You're so delightful and polite. Such a blessing with us." And thank you so much. I appreciate that. I try my best to be as nicer. I wish people would do what I do, so that way everybody in the world would be nicer a little bit, you know. But yes, thank you so much for that. Please go ahead. The question I said was, you chose the word wealth, right? You didn't
Hmm.
say riches. Why did you choose that?
So there is a difference between wealth. I mean, they can well relate wealth and riches, but having being rich is sometimes having a lot of money.
Mm,
You can have a lot of money, but that money in the twinkle of an eye can go away from can disappear. Unlike rich wealth, when you have the money, you invest this money, you have a lot of assets
mm,
and investments. That is the difference. And when you have these assets and investment, it is difficult for it to just disappear like that.
then what if the banks go down?
Okay. So that is why you need to strategically know where to put your money. Because people, you see the present economy, you see the economy is going down the drain.
Mm,
People who are investing in the stock market, they are crying every day. I mean, the market is bleeding. The market is bleeding. That is why there are certain accounts that you need to secure in life. That way, when the market is bleeding like this, you are not affected.
mm.
You are
So
not affected.
what are these strategies that you suggest? Because I have a couple more guests joining us, and I hopefully that they will reach out very soon. And I want to also like pick their brains on this. What can you suggest to us to do to learn this financial literacy that you speak of?
So yeah, so for someone, for some people who are interested in doing what we do in helping our communities and people across the country, it's just so simple. You just have to register, study, just study, sit for an exam. You have to get licensed, just like I have the RN license.
Mm,
You have to get licensed to do what I'm doing. That way, when you get licensed, then you get appointed with different insurance companies
mm,
like Transamerica, Nationwide, Prudencia, Pacific, all these top multi-billion insurance companies. You start working with them to helping families to secure an income protection plan, because that is a wonderful plan you need to have in life. You see, the the way the system is, the way the system is, when you work money, when money is coming in, it goes out. As money is coming in, it goes out. So what do you think when money stop coming in?
it's still going out.
Do you think when money stop coming in, this one that goes out will stop going out?
No.
Now, let's say, I mean, God forbid, a tragedy hits, like a critical illness.
Mm,
If this stop coming in because of that illness, this doesn't stop going out. It instead goes out faster,
mm,
because now you're more vulnerable, you are more in need of money. So this is when the income protection plan comes in to help, because at that time you're not more working, so that money will not stop, will stop coming in. But now you are spending a lot of money. So this is the time that a product we call IUL comes in to help ease the financial hardship and burden. Because that is a time, because I from the healthcare, I know that is a time that a lot of people lose their homes because they are not able to afford the mortgage. You are not able to afford the rent. Even to put food on the table is, I mean, it's a nightmare. So if you have such a plan in place that will come in when a tragedy hits, your neighbor will not even hear that.
mm.
Your neighbor would not be aware that you are passing through something. But when you are not having a plan, a social plan in place, when something hits, everybody will hear in the community,
Yeah, in the
because
community.
they will say, "Oh, let's help this man. He passes. He's in their need of this." No. So instead of you trying to wait and get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, $15,000 from the community when a tragedy hits, secure your future now by putting a strategic plan in place.
Okay.
It's,
There's a comment that just came in. That's a beautifully said quote. I thank you so much for explaining how we can go ahead and secure our life insurance and all, even our life in the forerunner. But I don't want to be remiss when a question comes in like this.
mhm.
Um, Diana P said, "My son started an engineering business. Oh, I'm into engineering. Let me know. We run it as a family for our future generation. How do you feel about that?" Uh, you can go first if you have a quick answer for that, and then I'll go.
It's an engineering business.
Yes.
So, is it what type of business is it? Is it like
If she's saying engineering business, I'm just gonna think maybe they're into manufacturing, maybe welding, maybe um.
okay? Yeah. So my advice on that is that, I mean, it's a good thing to run a family business. It's very, very good. It's a nice thing because it. I mean, the business is life, especially when the business.
Aerodynamics. Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
That's up my alley.
Okay. Good. So that is wonderful. So I recommend you get an insurance policy for that business.
Mm,
Get the IUL product for that business. So you start growing money for that business, and the money is protected against the volatility of the market, especially now that the market is taking a nosedive.
mm.
The market is taking a nosedive now. It's correcting itself. It's taking a nosedive. So now, when the market is taking a nosedive, that policy is not affected. That policy is not affected. Rather than running the family business and just maybe the money is everywhere in the air or sharing the money, but get a policy for the business. And you can strategize on how to run this policy, on how to manage money from this policy. So
So the business
every
can
month,
be an entity.
of course,
So the
the business itself is an entity. The business itself is an entity. Money from that business is never money on that policy is not being touched in any way. I don't know if you guys, even that business run bankrupt tomorrow, money on that policy is not affected, it's not being touched. Your creditors can never access that money. Yeah, your creditors can never access that money.
We have comments from Diana P saying that that's my son's king in the picture. Okay, in the comment section we have Diana P's son is picture. We can't see it very large over here. It's very
Mhm.
small. But yeah, that's awesome. I would like to communicate with your in touch with him. Let's talk about like aerodynamic stuff. I'm into anything space and learning how to fly planes and all of that. Yes, he's been giving military proposals as well. Oh, so he's up there. So you see, family businesses like that, those are very great. And but
Yeah,
in your situation, what you're saying is that that family business can now even incorporate into a life insurance kind of thing because it is itself an
yeah,
entity.
yeah. Because the thing is, there are different types. When you talk about life insurance, there are different types of life insurance. There are very different types of life insurance, because if you meet the ordinary person, you ask about life insurance, they will tell you, you buy a policy, you contribute money, and when you pass, the money goes to a beneficiary. But a lot of people doesn't know that there is what we call life insurance with living benefits, which is a policy that when you get, you grow money on it by compounding your money.
Mm,
You have access to take out that money at any time you want. It tells you how much you are eligible to take out at any point in time. You can take the money out as a withdrawal or as a loan.
Oh, what's the difference?
So the difference, when you take it as a withdrawal, the money comes out from the cash value component in the account, in the policy.
Okay.
While when you take it as a loan, it comes out from the debt benefit component.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you take it as a loan, it comes out from the debt benefit. Now, if you want to take it as a withdrawal, it's like disrupting the compounding of this money. You are disrupting let's say you have 100K in this cash value policy. You want to take out 50K. If you take out 50K, it means what is left is 50K that will be compounding on you. On you see? So if you don't want to disrupt the compound interest in this money, you take the money out as a loan from the debt benefit column. So when you take the money out from the debt benefit column, they charge you 2%, around 2% interest.
Hmm.
But who do you think you are paying this interest to?
Yeah, so that was my next question. Like this money that's where okay, you're saying instead of okay, say for example, I have money I normally put it, I get my paycheck, I put it
Hmm.
then okay, I could this extra money that I'm keeping in the house, I could put it in a life insurance, right? Is that
Hmm.
not the same as putting it in a bank?
No, it's not the same because put it in a bank. First of all, bank doesn't even give interest in your money because you have money in your account in the saving account. Let's say you have saving account. Let's say you have 50K in your saving account right now. Every month, if they are giving you interest, 0.1%, 0.2% interest.
Hmm.
You see? But with a policy like this, you have up to 7%. And it grows with the market. And if market is doing well, it grows with the market. Market is falling as it's falling now, it locks for you.
Hmm.
So it's an index account. It locks for you.
So whether
So
the
when
market falls or not, it stays in that index portfolio.
yeah.
But if market changes, right? Doesn't
Mhm.
that change your cash value?
No. With that account, with an account like that, it doesn't change your cash value.
Hmm. Hey, we have another guest. Let me read the comments real quick. Diana just said yes, but be very wise with the banks and how you use them. Yep. So that's a very good advice from
Yeah.
Diana P. I really appreciate. Ibito Yoluwatosi, welcome to the show. Hello, saying hi. I would like to have these big guys to come in on the show and tell us real quick. Mr. Elise, I know you're a very busy man and you probably have to run very soon. But I'm gonna make it quick for you so that you can tell us how to reach you. Is there a class that you do so I can join so that we can all become financially literate?
Of course. So anyone who's interested to
Reach me. They can reach out to me and can create the class for
we
us,
can
and then
reach
we
out
can
to
start
you.
doing.
They can reach out to you, but they can reach out for 240-413-9758.
Let me write that down. Give me a second. Let me put that in the comments. Can you give me a second? Can you repeat it again, please?
240
Yes.
413
413
9758.
9758. All right,
Yeah.
guys. I'm going to put that. I'll add the American code so that you guys can all reach out. It's in the chat. You guys should copy that. That you guys can reach out to him directly. And let me see. Why did I come late to a financial liberation party?
So we
Can you
have
imagine?
so we have presentations every Thursdays
Okay.
from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um every Tuesdays our training I we the
Every
licensed
Tuesday.
agents. Every
Okay.
Tuesday we are it's for licensed agents only. But every Thursday from 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do presentations. We invite people to come and listen to presentations to learn more about financial literacy.
Okay. And that's
Yeah,
Thursday, right?
every Thursdays. And even Wednesdays too. Wednesday is our the
I,
big mentor. The big mentor holds presentations every Wednesday from 9
Which
p.m.
day is every Tuesday? What's the time on Tuesday? Let me put
9
that in
p.m. 9 p.m. as well. 9 p.m. as
9
well.
p.m. Tuesday, Thursday presentation. Then
And
you said this
Wednesday.
and Wednesday is
Wednesdays.
big. Wednesday.
Wednesdays.
Okay.
9 p.m. All is from 9 p.m. So if you want to learn more about financial literacy, contact 240-413-9758. I
Yep,
mean,
I put that in the chat.
it's a game changer. It's a
All
game
right.
changer for many middle class Americans. It's a game changer. Yeah.
I could only write them as fast as I could listen. But
Yeah,
yes,
it's a game
uh,
changer.
I hope you everybody will be glad to join it. And I'm listening now. They are already saying that they are going to join. I'm very sure that they will listen. I mean, Mr. Tosin is saying, "Why did he come late?" Yes, you see, some people miss the opportunity to get financial wisdom.
Yeah,
So
I
yes,
mean it's not late. You are not late. You are not late.
yes. You're not
You are
late.
not late.
You just joined the party. It's just to
Yeah, you are not
understand that
late.
we just reached it. And the thing about this is like it's a cake that keeps growing, right? It doesn't
Yep.
shrink.
Yep.
It doesn't stay.
It
Once
doesn't
you
shrink.
it indexes, as they say, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yes, indeed. So thank you so much. I know you probably have to run. Is there anything that they can reach where they can reach you on social media, or is there anywhere that people can reach out to you or talk to you, things like that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, use my telephone number. I mean, that is where I can bet. You can go to Instagram, just Danjuma, Elise Danjuma on Instagram.
Elise Danjuma. Let me put that in the chat.
Yeah.
Elise Danjuma. All right. So in the
Yep.
chat, you guys see, you'll be able to see his Instagram. You can reach out to him.
Hmm.
Let me see. I got a chat from Ibito Luatosin. He says details gotten 100%. Okay, so now you have at least one person that's going to come on your show from here that's going to
Yeah.
come and listen to these financial chats, right?
Literacy, financial literacy. Yep.
Financial
Yep. Yep.
literacy, indeed, indeed. All
Yep.
right, so people have a lot of money, but they are still poor. We need love, health, and God. I appreciate you. Yes, indeed, we do. We do
That's
need
right.
all of that. Diana P said that in the
That's
comment
right.
section.
You see a lot of people. You see, when we walk to Walmart, you see people in their 80s that greeting you, welcome to Walmart.
Hmm.
It's not. They don't like being there. It's
You
because they
think?
miss. Of course, they miss opportunities like this
Hmm.
to plan for their retirement. They don't like being there. They don't like
5
being there.
hours.
Yeah, they don't like being there. So it's a matter of knowing how you can get different portfolios, financial portfolios that can help you in a long run. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Tosi was saying in the comment section, thank you for sharing. Oh, we are. Oh, sorry, I'm reading like three comments at the same time. All right, I missed that from the beginning. Someone, Diana P say, always remember some people have a lot of money, but they are still poor. We need love, health, and God. We really appreciate her for saying that. We have, I put in the comment section, Elise Danjuma, that is his Instagram. So you guys should reach out to him over there. Ibito Yoluato says, oh, sorry, just skipping one. Chanita Johnson said, thank you for sharing. See, they're thanking you for sharing this because this is awesome. I really appreciate you for hopping on
Mm-hmm.
the show. Ibito Yoluato says, what is 9 p.m. Eastern time in Nigerian time? So Nigeria is about 5 hours difference forward. So 9 plus 5. So that's probably around like 3. No, no, 2. Around like 2
2 a.m.
a.m. Yes.
Like 2 a.m.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm glad I still know my mathematics. But yes,
Yeah.
I really appreciate you for hopping on the show and thank you and
No problem.
coming here and
No
chatting. Let
problem.
me see if I can
Remember,
get a couple more people in.
remember, Eddie. Remember, I told you about the event coming up in Las Vegas.
Yes, sir. You
I
said
told you
so.
about
And you said I'll be joining you on that trip.
yeah. You can if you. I mean, if you are serious, you are lodging. You are lodging and feeding. You are lodging and feeding is taken care of.
Hey, Jesus.
You
Thank
are
you,
lodging and
Jesus.
you are lodging and feeding is taken care of. And Las
Thank you,
Vegas,
Jesus.
7,
Hey.
7, July 7th to the 10th, Las Vegas.
July 7th to the 10th. That's my birthday month. Ah, God is
Okay.
opening
July
doors for
7th to
me.
the 10th, Las Vegas. We are in Las Vegas. Event you're going to
Hey,
be
can I
having.
bring a plus one?
Huh? Sure,
Can I bring
sure,
a plus one?
sure, sure. I mean, we're gonna be in Vegas.
All
We're gonna
right.
be in Vegas, July
I've never
7th to
been
the
to
10th.
Vegas, so that'll be my first time in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
7th to 10th. Let's
July
put that
7th to
in
10th.
July
Vegas.
7th to the 10th, Las Vegas, right?
Yep.
So you
We have a
guys want to
big event
see
in
us? We'll
Vegas.
be
Big
there.
one.
I'll be there.
Big one.
July 7th to 10th, Las Vegas. I'll be there. Wow, this is Oluwatosi said, wow, this will keep me up, but I won't mind. Hey, you can sleep in the afternoon and then wake up in the night. And then in the daytime, you take a siesta around that time, you'll be fine. But you guys, do you keep the recordings of your this thing? So maybe different time zone can watch it later.
I don't think we keep recording. It's something we do every week.
Okay, that
Every
makes
week.
sense. This is
Yeah,
every week.
every
So
week.
yeah,
Yeah. We don't
you
even
can
keep
choose you
recordings.
can choose a week that you work on and then
Yeah.
come on. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever which week works for you. If this week doesn't work for you, there's next week
Yeah.
since they do it every week anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every
So I
week.
really want to appreciate everyone for hopping on this show. I want to
Hmm.
bring in my next guest. I'm going to ask you to with the show. Oh, wait, it's game time. We didn't play the game. Yes. Can we join the Vega? Yes, you can join the Vegas. You can come to Vegas. Definitely, you can come and join us there. I'll be there. You know what I mean?
You can
July
come to
7th. I
Vegas.
will be there. Come to Vegas. You can come. We welcome you. Um,
Yep.
Vegas party from here. Of course. Now I'll do a live stream. You know me. But they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So should I really live stream?
Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
true. Let me
Hmm.
see. There's a game we play on the show here. We like to play on the game because you're a first time guest, and I know you have to run real quick. I'll just ask you just three questions real quick. Let's see. These games are is designed to check your attention span, to pay attention because each question is connected. Okay.
Hmm.
First question: how do you put an elephant into a fridge?
An elephant.
Yes.
You carry it.
You kill it? Okay.
Busha
Yeah,
it.
well, okay. I see how your brain works. It's very good. You're very meticulated. Cut things apart, compartmentalized. I like it.
Hmm.
I like it. Okay, that because you're a nurse, you know how to cut things apart. But have you ever killed an elephant? Okay, good. I'll make it real quick. Second question: how do you put into that fridge?
Say that again.
How do you put a giraffe into that fridge?
A giraffe.
Yes.
Same way you put an elephant, you put a giraffe.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that is you open the fridge, you put the elephant in. So now you're gonna take the elephant out and put the giraffe in.
No,
Close the fridge.
you have to cut them. You have to cut them.
Don't,
You have to
don't
cut
cut
them. Of course, if you can't cut the elephant, there's no way you can put an elephant in the fridge.
What if you have a very big fridge?
There is no way you can put an elephant in the fridge without cutting the elephant.
Well, NASA has a very big fridge as the size of a football field, so you can fit an elephant in it.
Okay, mean that type of fridge.
Yes.
I thought we were talking about the individual fridge at home.
Individual fridge at home. Oh no. I'm saying like, okay, how big of a fridge can you do to put around an elephant? You
Yeah,
means you can put an elephant in the fridge.
yeah.
Somebody said, yeah, we're bringing this out of Vegas home. Let's go. Yes, we will make it out. That's illegal bush meeting. Illegal bush meeting. You shouldn't do that. Final question before you go. Just a fun question. The king of the jungle is calling a meeting. Yes, he wants every animal to be at that meeting. Which
Hmm.
animal, no matter what it tries, can never come to that meeting?
Mm, the king of a jungle.
Yes, he's calling a meeting. He wants every animal to be at that meeting. Which animal, no matter what it tries, can never come to that meeting?
Well, if the king is calling a meeting, every animal must be there.
Okay. I like your thinking process. Okay, yeah.
Every
But
animal will be there.
oh, yeah, okay, good answer, good answer. But no, the animal that will not be there, just like Diana P said in the comments, is the one we left in the fridge.
The one we put in
Remember?
the fridge.
Yes, the one you chopped off, but that is not, there's no way it's making it to the meat. Hey, so Elise, thank you so very much for being on my show. This is awesome. This is the Flight on the Wall podcast. We try to host Sunday and even during the week. I do multiple live sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to thank you. I hope you come back more and talk about
Sure,
yourself personally.
sure.
And of course, our trip to Vegas, we will talk more about it. Maybe we
Sure.
can live stream on the way going or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. That would be so cool. Yes, sir.
All
So
right.
thank you so much, sir. I know you got to go. I really
Thank you.
appreciate you. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye for now.
Yeah.
Fun. Did you guys enjoy that? I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you leave a like, so like button on that. A like, not just the heart. Go on the video itself and hit that like button. That was people will see it to show up here that everybody liked it and people watched it. So thank you guys so much for that. I really really appreciate it. And I'll still be taking your comments. I'm going to see if I can send my next guest the video. So I'm going to add this to the chat. All right. So this is for my next guest. I'm going to text you on WhatsApp real quick. I'll have you hop on this show. Bringing my guest back online. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. Paste. All right. Boom. All right. So we have sent the link out. So let's see. Welcoming back, Miss Nita. Welcome back. Yes. So you're back on the show. Welcome. How you doing? Did you hear all that financial literacy?
I did hear some of it, not all of it.
Okay.
I think
How was
did,
it?
but I did get the information. So when I want to stay up and listen to it, I'm pretty sure I will do so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that. I appreciate you. Do you have anything you want to add for us? Tell us about something. Like we're talking about insurance in general today. Yes. What types of insurance exist? Life insurance, gap insurance, death
Life insurance, gap
insurance.
insurance, auto insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, health insurance, whatever
So many
insurance you want. There's
insurances.
insurance for everything. One of the biggest takeaways I think from insurance, particularly with life insurance, is that if in life you can't give the people who you love what you want to, then I think that life insurance is a really good way to give them what you couldn't give them in life.
Hmm. I like that. Very thoughtful, very insightful. It's a way to do some kind of reparation for any damages incurred.
Of course, and I think that something particularly here in America, I think that is something that people who don't look like us have known the tricks in the trade for a long time.
I see.
There's something to be said about old money, but new money spends the same way.
I agree. I agree. I agree. There's something to be said about old money, but new money spins the same way. Let me go ahead and post this real quick in the chat. This is for my next guest for when they pull up. But yes, could you tell us some fun facts about you real quick to those that are listening?
Some fun facts about me.
Yes.
Um, okay. I'm a foodie, so I like all different types of foods. And
Okay.
here we have the ability to get it all.
Yes.
Um, so whether it be Italian, Chinese, Thai, Nigerian food, Sierra Leonean food, American food, Chinese food, Japanese food, Ethiopian
Anything out of
food,
the world.
the gamut. I something else. A fun fact. Uh I actually like to work. I feel like a body in motion stays in motion. So somebody who doesn't like to work, I think I'm not gonna say that they're lazy because you can let your money work for you, but I enjoy working and feeling like I'm making a difference and contributing to society.
I agree. Me too. I think when I'm not
Um,
working, I feel dejected.
mhm. And believe it or not, I think. Yes, our children are valuable. They are tomorrow's future, but I think that just as important are older people.
Mm,
So with that being said, I like to spend a lot of time with the people who've come before me because even though we're learning new ways and different ways to solve problems, nothing is really new under the sun. So if we take today's tools to solve yesterday's problems, it's a good thing. But I think that there is a generational wealth that we lose by not tapping into people who have become before us. So I
beautifully
enjoy
said.
older people and just listening and talking to them.
They should have so much uh, wisdom to give. And speaking of
Yes.
older things, let me just read the old comments that came real quick. Diana P said the ones in the fridge. Okay, I think I already touched on that a bit. Luatosi said, enjoy it. Thank you so much, 100. I posted earlier the click so you guys can join if you guys want to join. I do hands from Diana P said, I do hands do the devil's work. Perfectly said. Yep. Right? Do you agree with that? Yes. Um, Oluwatosi said, awesome. She loves working. Yeah, you love working. Yes, you do love working. So Oluwatosi is talking about you that you love working. That's good. 212.
Mhm.
Oluwatosi said, we need more of this mindset in many ladies nowadays. Yes, her mindset is very rare amongst many. I think they are very few and far between to find such gems amongst the world of people that are ready to actually be understanding of how the world really works. Like understand listening to your elders. They came here before you. They've walked the path before. They've been around the sun a few times more than you. So at least they know a thing or two about a thing or two. And I think you saying that having learning from older people gives you a wiser understanding of the world. Can you say that?
Yes. There's
Awesome,
a wealth
awesome.
of knowledge we gain from them that unfortunately, if we don't tap into that, we lose. That's
Mm.
why so many languages in the world are lost, so many techniques, so many problems to so many solutions to problems that we now have. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's medicine. Yes, there is all types of equipment and things that um, have been made to help with problems, but sometimes there are very simple solutions to things that we lose because we don't tap into people who may have had those problems beforehand.
All right, that's a good thought. But if I could interject and say, what about AI? Right. So now I could speak to an AI and teach it my language, and it could keep that language in perpetuum. Right. And
Uh-huh.
wouldn't that now be like a, how will I say, an avenue to say like old people are not really needed anymore now? If you're saying that you need them for languages, right? I just found a way to like boycott that kind of. If you're saying you need to learn about maps, for example, now you have AI that can teach you the road maps to do shortcuts through an area that you didn't think about before. You have lidar that can
Okay.
see through buildings, things like that,
So,
right?
so here's the thing, right? Yes, this is very true. However, I also think that people have different learning techniques and styles. So while we may be able to sit at a computer or listen to somebody teach us who's not there, one of the things that I found to be very interesting when I was in school, in university or law school, I don't enjoy sitting in front of a computer and learning that way. There's something to be said about the human learning and the different, I mean, for example, certain languages use the same words to mean the same thing, right? And while a computer can do that, there's something to be said about the voice and the different inflections and what you stress and what you don't, right? So, yes, we could use AI to do that. But for those people who don't learn as well, there needs to be another way. Nothing should be cookie cutter and then you decide that everybody should learn that way, that style, that technique.
Oluwatosin Ibitoye agrees with you. He said the originality always stands out. AI will always be limited to what you tell it. you know. So like if you can, is what you punch in the input, that's what's going to come out in the output. It doesn't have, and as you said, that tangential way of thinking, to think parallel, to think serially, to think spectrally in different directions, right? At the same time,
Mm.
I think AI doesn't have that ability yet. But what
And then, go
if
ahead.
they finally get it?
So here, something that I think, even more than that. So here's the thing: it is definitely a man-made situation, right? But if we depend on things that are man-made, right? Then what happens if it stops working? What happens if it breaks? Or what happens if for some reason we no longer have that? If to say they take lights for
Mm.
days, is there anybody who knows how to make fire? Is there anybody who knows how to light a
Mm.
candle? So what I'm saying is if we depend on something that is man-made and we don't learn alternatives that allow you that same avenue, then we are putting ourselves in a position where we are beholden and need this thing. Without this thing, how do you function?
We just got a comment from Diana P. She said, "Yes, this beautiful lady has got it. We need to be shown this sometimes instead of told. Shown things sometimes instead of told." I agree with that. I think I'm a visual learner myself as well, where I will look at something it's done with your hand and show me what to do. I will get it right every time next time. You understand? So like it's really really tricky when it is a book or paperwork and you have to learn and then connect things in your head. It's abstract and your brain doesn't think like that. So why would you want to work like that? I guess yes. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. I agree. So please carry on. Don't let me stop.
Okay. Um, Something else I think is that with AI, no shade to AI by no means, because I think the medical advances are good. Um, Again, it is about the have and the have nots, and the people who have the resources to be able to get those things. What do we do for those people who don't have that, right? Like AI is on a level where like maybe you need to be able to afford a computer that can do that, or maybe you need to be in an institution that has that set up. So institutions that don't have that, what does that look like? We over here in the United States are using whiteboards in classrooms from kids age 2 to in university, where there could be somebody else who's like, what the hell is a whiteboard?
Mm.
So what I'm saying is if there's no equal, like you're only as strong as your like weakest link, right? So if there's no equal playing field, and I mean all the way around, then how good are we doing? How is this good to society if it leaves somebody disadvantaged?
There's a bone to pick right there because I think with the emergence of AI, I know we are transcending from life insurance, but I'll kind of piece it back together because I think with the emergence of AI and generative intelligence that is going to start teaching itself, right? I'll cite this example. 1950 something, let's call in the 1930s when we didn't have enough computers, right? Or we didn't have the
Hmm.
the CPU or like maybe the integrated circuits. We didn't have all those technologies then. So a memory card was the size of an SUV, and you had to like haul it up a ladder to go inside. Like it was like 5 megabytes, and everybody was super happy for that, you know. And now we have a terabyte that you can hold in the palm of your hand, right? It's literally the size of your fingernail, your big fingernail.
Uh-huh.
Soon, as memory is shrinking and computational infrastructure is shrinking, AI and like computer knowledge and computer understanding is so soon. Like okay, I think right now as at 2010, IBM had already beat somebody with a chess machine, right? Beat the
Hmm.
grandmaster of chess in chess, and he thought of a move that the grandmaster did not know, which is or did not think that the chess piece would take.
Computer new.
You understand? And
Hmm.
say 10 years from now, okay, as at yesterday at a supercomputer level with like 52 qubits, and they can now like mold proteins differently and shape ligands to create receptors for people with sickle cell, for example, and you can create vaccines for people with sickle cell, things like that. Also,
Hmm.
in the next 20 years, we could have AI outsmart every doctor on earth, right?
Hmm.
And then
Which is a
we will
problem.
not, yes, we will not need health insurance or life insurance because now AI will take care of our needs. It will be like, oh, 3 steps from now, you're going to fall, or
Did
like
you
something
just
like that.
say that? Okay, here, hold on. We're always going to need life insurance because inevitably we're all going to die. So,
Yes.
therefore, I mean, health insurance we may not need, but the cost of health insurance. Um, yes, fine. A computer can tell me in 3 steps I'm gonna fall. This is what it needs to be done to fix it, right? But the computer isn't giving me the money or the access to the person who can help me fix it or any of that. If it can just diagnose or do whatever, tell you what you need, does that put the money in my pocket to pay for the medicines that I need for it?
Hmm. Well, if you have
Does
universal
that
basic income, you could have that. But let me
just
quickly
my
read.
luck? I'm gonna.
Let me quickly read this real quick. Please hold that thought. Bring back to you. Ibito, he said, let me just read from the top. Originality always stands out. AI will always be limited to what you tell it. We already read that. Diana P said, yes, this beautiful lady has got it. We need to be shown things sometimes instead of told. I think we went through that already. Ibito Yoluwatosi said, nah, humans can always outsmart AI, but AI can never outsmart human. This is my take. Now, I think that is like, in the future, it might not be so, but who knows? Human beings can be evolve and be better. Diana P retracted the message. So yeah, please go ahead with your thoughts. I apologize for interrupting you.
So no, no, no. I think that so humans can always outsmart AI, but AI can't. So here's the thing. If we build a machine or a system, right, and we give it all of these things and we do everything, right, there is the potential that AI could one day take over. Like we no longer. So apparently, I don't know where I read this, but not too long ago, there were two computer systems that started talking to each other, and we as humans were unable to decipher what they were saying, and so they destroyed the systems. What I'm
Yes,
saying is, if that can be done one time, there's no way that it can't be done again. So if they use some type of communication, some type of system that we don't have the ability to decipher, right? You're already setting yourself up for something that
disaster.
could be devastating.
But is that not human being at its finest?
That's not human. That is not human at all.
Where it's doing everything a human being would do.
Mm. You're
It's trying
right.
to
It
save
is
his
just
life.
no. Yes, you are definitely right. That is it doing its human things, human like things at its
Hmm.
finest. But again, it's not human. It doesn't have the ability to feel empathy. It doesn't have all of these things that make us like human, right?
Hmm.
So with that being said, again, it goes back to being cookie cutter. Not everything works for everybody. And I think that if we build machines that we then ourselves can't control, we are setting ourselves up for a whole lot of trouble. It's like starting a fire that's contained, and then
Hmm.
once it gets out of the area in which you wanted it to be contained in, now how you control that? When you knew that there was the potential or the ability at some point to, you didn't put safeguards in place to be able to control this fire.
Hmm. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like that take on it. So it's like AI is like a fire that would go out of control, yet we are
At
doing our
some
best to
point.
contain it. Yes, which is that's very interesting. It's one of the few things that we can actually like go like, yes, that has a potential of happening and could happen with all potentiality of it happening, like very, very dangerous, right? But then here we are empowering it, right? We are the human component of this cybernetic being we are creating.
We're giving it fuel, and
Yes.
then we're not expecting to be burned. That makes no sense at all.
I agree. Tosin said, but human beings built it to do whatever it does. Now, this is the area because the AI itself can gain what they call sentience, right? And then be able to think for itself. In fact, we are encouraging it to think for itself, to find means to keep itself going, right? So they will give an algorithm and say, okay, you're going to run this course. How long will it take you to run this course? And the AI will start plotting, like, okay, if I was to run this course in this amount of time, it will take me this amount of paces or this amount of. AI decided, okay, why don't I just walk through the wall? Because it's an AI, it was able to do that in a game console. So now, if you bring that to the outside world, don't you think that will allow us to like open up new realms of physics?
It does. It allows us to open up a lot of doors that we shouldn't. I think this is the thing, right? I
Mm,
ultimately think that AI is like playing God.
mm. Yes, and I can actually, yes, yeah, I agree. AI is
So
playing God.
we know be God. We are not God. And playing God
Mhm.
is going to not be good and work in our favor.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Let's hold the thoughts in that and come back on another episode. Talk about AI and God. That will be the next episode coming up. Will you be? Will you like to come on that show? Talk about AI and God.
Sure, we can do
Okay.
that.
It's going to be
Yes.
intriguing.
hmm
Yeah. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
No, I was gonna say yes. I'd love that.
Okay. Looking forward to that. My goal today is to tell people about life insurance, tell people about different perspectives of life insurance, not really only life insurance, insurance as a whole. And we talked about gap insurance, auto insurance, rental insurance, home insurance, death insurance. Did I miss anyone?
You said life insurance, renters insurance, homeowners insurance, pet insurance, health
Pet insurance,
insurance.
health insurance.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
good.
And we reached out all the way to AI, and even we talked about a little bit about universal basic income, but we didn't really stretch on that. We'll move on that on the next episode. AI and God, which one Sabi pass? That's the name of
Mm,
that
I
topic.
like
You
it.
like
I
it?
like
You
it.
like it? Okay, okay. I
Mhm.
just thought about it now. AI and God, which one Sabi pass? Let's go for it.
Okay.
Well, let's use this opportunity to say thank you to all the people that reached out and watched and stayed live.
Thank
No,
you.
yes, thank you all so much. Those that are still live with us, I really appreciate it. It has really made us stand out in the public as a good podcast, I can say. And I want to thank the audience members for being very, very respectful compared to the one we had before. Thank you all so much for that. Sometimes the chat can be insane. We thank
hmm
everyone, yes? So
hmm
thank you, Miss Nita, for being on the show. Is there anything you want to tell the audience?
Thank you and be blessed. Come back and visit soon.
Yes, appreciate you. Thank you. Thumbs up. You want to say hi and bye, guys that did not include themselves?
Mm.
All right. Thank you for joining us there. I
You're
appreciate you.
welcome.
Bye
You're
for now.
welcome. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Yes, everybody's offline. Let me go ahead. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's been an honor. Once again, it's your boy, Prince Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Attede, Anyanguna Waroha, one of Abugo. Your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy4ShoT's. This has been the Flight on the Wall podcast with your boy, EDDY, number 4 SHOT. Bye for now.